What's up, guys? Welcome to the crib, MTV Cribs. What inspired this was kind of my guns, lifestyle, everything at work. I've been shooting for about a year and a half already for work content, and I want to just kind of start incorporating more of my personal life and things that I do and some of my passions. So this is my home. I'm going to show you here where I plan to set up the, YouTube studio. I have this spare room in my house. So what I'm going to do with this room is actually create this whole wall as a gun wall because I love my guns. So we're gonna start displaying the guns here, but always kind of boil it back down to health and wellness and how important your body and your physical is. Importance of supplements I take, peptides, hormones I take at my clinic, and being active, right? Always moving the body. So I gotta stress that so much that as you're getting older, your physical health is so important, and that's why you're able to do all these cool things. And God has given me life, and you got to just be grateful for everything that you have. So I think that inspired that, and just kind of letting go, finally like just surrendering and saying, you know what, fuck it, let me just do what I want to do, getting out of your head. So there's something I've always wanted to do for years, but scared what I look like, what I sound like, all this bullshit that everybody suffers from. And again, filming from work, I finally started to let that go. I just said, you know what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you sound like. What you need to do is sell. And there, what I'm doing is selling and talking about our product and our clinic and our doctors and our services. And that really is my passion. So when you start talking from passion, it's not work anymore, and you kind of get out of your own head and your own bullshit. So trying to translate that now to a long format YouTube and see how that translates. So we'll see how many views and everything this gets, and hopefully it'll catapult to cooler videos. Design wise, obviously black is my favorite color, right? So we're gonna probably do a black wall with all the guns on display. I'll show you guys a few of my favorite guns here I got today. And then just kind of set up, and just start talking about, different builds I've done, because actually I've searched for different guns. I have a certain style, and sometimes I can't find the guns or the vision that I'm thinking of. So when I search YouTube channels, I realize oh, that's not a good build, or I like this, I don't like this. So I started building kind of my own guns, my style, and that's kind of what sparked this too. Is I want to just show off stuff that I have, because I think it's cool, and I think other people will like it, and then that'll evolve into more toys, more shooting. So I woke up at 5:30 in the morning today. Met my boys over at 7 at the range over at 7 a.m. To shoot. So there's about a group of about 20 of us that shoot on the range. I was fortunate enough to meet a good group. They kind of seen that I took a liking to it and took it pretty serious, so they invited me out. With shooting, in the shooting world, you realize it's kind of like a cult, if you will. You got to be allowed in. There's a lot of police, a lot of military. Obviously, handling firearms is very dangerous, right? You need to have people that have common sense and know really how to manage a gun. So today we shot the rifle and the handgun. So this is one that we shot today. This is my Q Honey Badger 5.56. Awesome gun, bro. This thing is sick. So brought this one here today. Still new to YouTube, so I hope I don't break any laws. I don't know all the rules yet, but that's the Q. It's obviously not loaded. It's empty. You can check it. Everything's good. But this one we got. Q is known for their 300 blackout. They're the first ones that created the 300 blackout, and they perfected it. So the 5.56 is, the ammo is less expensive. So for competition, which is why I bought this gun, and to shoot it a lot, I got it in the 5.56 version. So it says Honey Badger there. This gun retails for about $3,000. I wanted the best of the best. I got the Castle mount on it. It's a riser mount with the EO Tech in the OD green, military green, which I love. And I was able to find this Cloud Defense light, which doesn't have all the wires. You just tap it. So you just tap it and it turns on. So very good for, when you're being tactical. Just boom, turn it on, fire. And then the suppressor, which obviously I've shot the shit out of it already. Look at the color change. But basically this is just a screw-on suppressor. And what this does obviously is make the gun a lot quieter. So very easy to just bolt on This is a short barrel rifle. It's called an SBR. So very close quarter, close quarter combat. But again, throwing the suppressor on it makes it a lot quieter, a lot more fun to shoot. You just bolt it on, screw it on, tighten it down, and you're ready to go. So awesome gun, shot that today. Also with the handgun, the pistol. Let me show you the pistol we use over here. These are usually my 2 EDC guns I carry. EDC stands for everyday carry. So obviously you have to have your concealed license permit, which I do. So on a daily, I usually carry this one inside my waistband. At work, I usually have this one on. This is a 365, P365. Again, not loaded, it's clear. Red dot, we did the Radian backstrap on it. We did the FDE, the brown frame, the TLR sublight. Awesome gun, holds 17 rounds with the extended clip, goes down to 21. Super accurate, it's got the compensator on the top. So this is one of my favorite guns, everyday carry. Had this gun for many years. And then I just got this one, which is the Glock 47, with the Koa optic, the aim point Koa. It already comes built in. Sick gun. This one retails for about $1,000. But the guys at Freedom Firearms, they know me already, and they're like, we gotta trick it out. So right away, threw the light on there, threw the ramjet compensator, the barrel, the magwell, the extended magwell, the extended clips, all Terran tactical. The Surefire light. This is a badass light. And then I did the Raptor cuts they're called. So we did the Raptor cuts on that. That's mainly for aesthetics and kind of grip, but a very flat shooting gun. Changes springs inside. And then again, this is a very comfortable gun too to carry EDC, right, every day. Or I carry it, on the side when we're shooting matches. So 2 cool guns. Essentially I got into guns because I've always grew up shooting guns with my family. My father's, I think, bought his first .357 Magnum. Was the first home defense weapon we had at the house. With a .357 bullet. If you know what that is, I mean, that's like a cannon. So I remember going to the range as a little kid, and he did it on purpose. He wanted to scare us, to show us how important, how dangerous these guns are too. So he chambered it. He shot the .357. He chambered it in .38 for us. And we were able to shoot the .38, me and my sister, and that still, as I think we were 10, 11 years old. That was enough to, scare the shit out of us and respect the weapon. So that was always like, okay, this is in the house for self-defense. And then he shot the .357 round in the range, which was boom, was loud. And me and my sister were just like, oh shit. So we respected the guns, but weren't afraid of guns, and always had them in the house. So slowly that evolved. He got more guns growing up. We would go shooting with friends. Out here in Vegas, there's a desert, too, so you go shooting all the time. And then, so me starting to carry guns for work, what happened is I would leave the office at 2, 3 in the morning in our old office. And when I was just starting my company, and I would leave with cash, in my pockets. I would leave with stuff too, sometimes holding the computer, paperwork. I had money, I had all this stuff. And we had a shitty elevator that would open, sometimes it would get stuck, this elevator, but it would open at the bottom of the garage. So really, you had no defenses. Literally, if I'm just looking at the garage wide open and my car would be there, late night, sometimes the lights wouldn't work. And I was just like, this is very unsafe, or I'm basically a target. If somebody's watching me, they can see when the lights close off, they know I'm gonna come in the bottom, what I'm holding. I mean, I'm a simple target. So that kind of sparked me to start carrying. I was like, no, I need to carry something more. I would start leaving out of the escalator or out of the stairwell. Then I would leave out of that elevator. I would just start kind of being more strategic of how I was leaving my office.
I fear you're underestimating the sneakiness, sir.
And just that kind of, started playing that, what if this would happen? What if this would happen? How would I attack? Would I drop my stuff? And I just started playing those scenarios of how to protect myself. And then, so slowly I started carrying. I had a gun in the car, had a gun in the house, had a gun on me. but never really had one chambered either. You know, obviously when you're carrying appendix, you know, you're supposed to carry one in the chamber. It means the gun has got to be loaded. As a guy, right, that's pretty scary, right? You don't want anything pointing down at your junk. So I was always like, that's scary. But also in self-defense, you need to have one chambered to go fast. If something happens, it happens in a split second. So I had to get more comfortable with carrying it, like it loaded, right? And then I was like, okay, you know, I'm actually still working there. A lot of the times, unless I'm in a Walmart.
First of all, he just
or like somewhere sketchy, I'll chamber one and then I'll go to Walmart, you know what I mean? But anywhere else I go, I'm usually in safe areas. Honestly, I still don't carry it chambered all the time. It's really just I'm kind of watching kind of where I'm at, you know, specifically. But with that was going then the red dot, right? So when you get one of these weapons, there's red dots on them, right? There's optics. So if I look through this glass, there's a red dot. And supposedly that's supposed to make you a faster shooter. So when they sell you the gun, they're like, oh, get a red dot. Boom, it's fast. You can be on target and shoot and you're good. I'm like, all right, cool. So I got it, was carrying it honestly for like a year. Never really practiced with the weapon. And then fast forward, I actually had a girlfriend a couple years ago and she had a little daughter. And I just kind of started feeling the need more fatherish, I guess, to protect. And I was like, you know what? I got to start practicing the weapons more. If something happens, now I have girls living in my house. I need to be able to actually use these weapons and know what's going on. Because I think that's a major one. A lot of people buy a gun and they think they know how to use it. Oh my God, training now has opened up my eyes. It is hard to hit a target. You could be right in front of me and I can miss you. It doesn't matter. It's all how you're holding the gun, your recoil. Imagine you're stressed out, you're scared, you're shaking, you drop the gun, high stress. The ammunition is super important, can jam up the gun. You can have a beautiful gun with bad bullets, you're done, you're dead, right? I mean, there's so many factors that you realize later once you practice. So the goal is, you know, practice. That's the objective. So I started going to the range. My buddy had a membership at American Shooters out here. And he's like, oh, they got a membership, you can go. Because that's always the thing too, is finding the range. That's expensive, getting the bullets, scheduling the time. It's hard to get the practice in. So they had a year membership. I signed up for the year membership. And then I started practicing the red dot. And this particular range too, they let you practice from holster, which a lot of ranges don't let you do that. You have to have it on the table and then just set it down, shoot, practice. A lot of ranges won't let you shoot from holster. So this one lets you shoot from the holster, which is important because obviously if something goes down, I need to be able to draw and practice like some shit's gonna go down, right? So that was important to me. So go to the red dot. It's supposed to be easy to find and fast to, you know, shoot, whatever. I go up and I'm like, I can't find the dot. You know, you're fishing, you're looking. I'm like, why can't I see the dot? So it's a whole new skill you gotta learn too. Because usually with iron sights, when you don't have the dot, usually when you don't have the optic here, you have iron sights. So you have this one and this one that come in. So when you shoot with these, right, minus this, you're usually closing one eye, right? So that's how usually you're taught. You're taught to then point and then line those up, and then that's where your target is. With the red dot, you have to keep both eyes open. So for that, you have better vision. So that's what's good to have both eyes open, but you bring the gun up to the target. So you're supposed to keep your eye on the target and then bring the dot up and then put that dot on that target and then fire fast, right? That's the objective, but it's easier said than done. When you pull it up fast on that target, you realize you can't find it sometimes. So now you're looking for it. That is time, obviously, you're dead, right? So that took a lot of practice to start learning how to do that and acquire that dot with two eyes open. So then I'm like, oh shit, this is harder than I thought. So now I'm shooting a couple months at the range and now I'm getting good, right? So bringing it up, see the dot, boom, bring it up, see the dot. And that way you have your peripheral and you're practicing hitting good. Then you're still working on your technique, your handgun. You know, again, those bullseyes are hard. You know, that always looks good, but a bullseye, you want to be in that frame. As long as you're hitting that body, that's a good shot. So that was also, we'll go into a golf story later about that. But you always think you got to hit it dead on. You don't. And in a threat, in a life situation, I just need to pull out and be on target. So how fast can you pull your gun out, see that dot on that target and blast off that bullet? Usually there are a lot of range commandos. I call them that they're yelling at you and shit because they're all ex-military guys or they're bitter about something, whatever. And this range are not. Everybody was super cool. Everybody's very helpful. So the community has really evolved and changed as well. I also think because of YouTube and gun safety and everything, things have gotten a little more open and not so hush hush, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's become more acceptable, I guess, to kind of learn and talk about guns. So the gentleman started seeing, because I was like, hey, listen, now I got this down, but I need to learn how to move now, because this isn't real life. Somebody comes at me, I need to move back, I need to shoot. What if that guy comes here? I'm gonna be shooting like this, I'm gonna be shooting like this. And then I said, I need to get more skills. And then that's where, like, okay, then they opened up the matches and said, okay, you got to go to this match, go to this website, go here, come with us this weekend, come to the range with us. I guess to kind of check you out to see if you're any good, you know? And then obviously that kind of evolved where they're like, oh, okay, this guy, he's competent. You have no idea how many girls I've taken to the range on dates or just even friends to the range, and guys, they have no common sense.
This 44 Magnum, you can shoot it single action. Nice light trigger pull.
Did you mean to do that?
Yeah.
It is scary. I'm like, just put the gun down, we're done. Pack this shit up, we're leaving. Because some people are just, the gun, and they're turning around, and they're doing this, and they're not looking, their fingers on the trigger. I'm like, oh my God. Like, so this basics, a lot of people just don't have it, you know? So I think that's kind of what they're saying. Like, hey, is this guy clumsy? Is he good? Is he smart? What's going on? So once they know, then they started allowing me to come to the range with them. Then I started finding the matches. And literally we're in August right now, almost August right now, end of July. This was January, February, March. Probably March I got really heavy into it. And then ever since April, May, June, and July, I've literally done matches every single weekend, Saturday and Sunday, just signing up for everything I can. And man, my learning curve has just gone through the roof of what you can learn. And again, it goes back to why. Okay, I had girls in the house, I had these cool rifles, I have these cool guns on display, they look badass, but if some shit really went down, do I know what to grab, how to use it, you know? More importantly, who cares how many guns you have? You actually need more bullets. And you need more magazines, right? Because if something happens, you need to grab your gun and you need to grab all the ammo you can and just be able to reload, and then your gun works good and you know how to use your gun, right? Have a backup gun. So those skills. So I signed up for rifle matches, pistol matches, anything that I shoot that I have in my house that I want to get good at. Is really how it just kind of evolved. And again, kind of sparked this channel because this is a passion. I equate it to like my motorcycles. Like I ride Harleys. Unfortunately, I sold my two Harleys just because I'm looking for a new one, but the technology is changing on Harley Davidsons. So I had a Harley bagger, and I think that's like the most money I would have got at that time was to sell it last year. So I sold it. But I equate that to when you're on a motorcycle, 100 miles an hour in the wind, it's adrenaline, high stress, not really stress on the motorcycle. I mean, you have to be vigilant, you have to be very aware, but almost how it calms you down. And that calming effect where everything goes away is amazing. And especially as an entrepreneur or business, like you're constantly thinking, like my brain is always working on this employee, this raise, this loan, this bill, these meds, this patient, that patient, the doctors, this, you know, all this stuff's going through my head constantly. So when I would jump on my motorcycle, everything goes away. You're not on the phone, you're not paying attention to anything, and you're just in the wind, just ripping it, but just you're calm, like a crazy calm. Anybody that rides or shoots or does anything, you know, high intensive gets exactly what I'm saying right now. So because I sold the motorcycles, I got into the guns because of the girls too, and it gave me that instant same feeling I got. I was like, I love it. So the first match I went up to, mind you, I've been watching YouTube the whole time, practicing, learning everything about guns, learning a bunch of stuff. And I was like, wow, very informational I got. So my first match, when I went up, I wasn't nervous at all. Like I was so excited, but I had this calm. And I notice that now because I see other guys in matches and you can tell they're up there shaking and they're nervous and they're thinking about everybody and everything else. But I treated guns as like, this is real life and death. Like if I'm looking at you, I need to kill you before you kill me. And I took it very serious. So it's like, there's no time to be nervous. I don't have to be nervous. I need to just get off and shoot you right away. And then so I took like a sick high, I guess, off of that. I like it, but it was very methodical, very strategic, and that putting myself in that high stress situation, for me, it calms me down. So it's almost like the more pressure I can put on myself, the higher stress, the more complicated, all that, for me, calms me, makes my brain kind of shut down and really focus, which I think then applies to work, business, relationships, all these other things that when high stress does hit you, you're very calm because you just shot 20 targets, like no problem. You know what I mean? So it's there's a training and there's a mental game to it for sure. So there's a mindset. For me, it's like a therapy as well, but it's definitely learning the camaraderie and the guys that I've met, the relationships I've met. It's just a cool group of guys, cool community. So I just been taking a liking to it, man. So again, that kind of sparked this channel to just say, you know what, let me talk about something I love. And then hopefully that'll evolve, in life I do a lot of cool stuff. I have a lot of good friends, a lot of cool people. Actually, less friends now. As you get older, you realize who you need to cut out. So the friends I have are very close, and we have a lot of cool stories. We do a lot of cool shit. And sometimes it's like, you know what, I gotta start capturing this. Like, people won't believe me. They don't believe what I'm doing, So this is the gun part segment of how I got into guns, why I like guns. And really it started because I couldn't find the red dot. So I wanted to practice and get good at that. And then also the safety of work, initially why I got my CCW and that permit to carry a gun was obviously because of work and being able to protect myself if somebody's trying to rob me. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Don't be stupid. Another thing with guns, you have to be in the mindset that you never pull out your gun. You never, ever, ever pull it out unless you're gonna kill, unless you're gonna shoot. So you have to be absolutely sure and totally down. And again, why you have to train. Because if that shit hits the fan and you need to pull out your gun, you better be trained. You better know what's going on. Because if your ammo doesn't work, your gun jams or something, and that guy's not pointing a gun at you, lights out, So definitely more to protect, definitely not to be a badass or brand and be cool is none of that shit at all. It's literally if some shit goes down, I'm the kind of guy that will run in and help rather than run away. I've just never been programmed like that. Like, I want to be able to protect myself and others. And, just like I guess going into my medical company and business, that's what we do is we help people get better, get healthier, get in shape, lose weight, have a mindset, mentality change to get better. That's really where it all stems from, So all this to me just kind of goes together, So it's just, lifestyle, fitness, protection, family, community, church, all this kind of stuff for me is just one big, it all goes together. Stay tuned because we're gonna be talking about some other toys we got and some other builds. This is one of my favorites, the CZ Scorpion PCC 9mm. So this is an awesome gun for competition. Got the riser on there as well, hollow sun, suppressor, the mag pull, the AK switches, AK drop, custom grip we changed. We put the Striker Industries folding stock. So backpack gun, truck gun, this thing's badass. Just fucking pop it out, boop, and you're ready to go. So sick gun, we'll talk about this one. This is my 300 Blackout we'll talk about. LMT, short barrel. Put the suppressor on this, we put that can on this one. This thing, no hearing protection at all. It's quiet. So this one inside the gun and the bullets that this thing shoots is best self-defense rifle in the house. Subsonic ammo. Again, no ear protection in the middle of the night. If you need to shoot this, you're not gonna blow out your ears or the whole family that's in the house. Very accurate. And again, the bullet is nice. You're taking down your target for sure. And then you got here, obviously the Q Honey Badger we talked about. This is my competition 5.56, right? With the EOTech riser, suppressor. As you can see, all my guns are dirty, they're scratched. They're used. So I buy a gun, but I use them. I'm not worried, I don't need to baby them. Because obviously you want to see what your weapon can do. Almost want to push it to the point where not it malfunctions. Hopefully it doesn't malfunction, but you want to push it to the limit, and that way you know what your weapon can do in a real situation. So these will be another part, and then we'll break it up into everyday carry guns, small guns that I carry, the rifles, my pistol, my competition pistols, and a lot of cool shit we got coming up. So stay tuned. I'm gonna build out that room. Hopefully that room's gonna come out badass. I got a good vision up here of what that's gonna be. And then we're gonna bring on again different guests. I mean, I've struggled with different addictions and lust and business stuff and all these kinds of things that just come up. And a lot of my boys and in this community, we all talk about the same things, you know? So I'm gonna be candid and just open up and tell you guys really how shit is and my experiences, and we'll just talk about everything, you know? What church has done for me, what, you know, meditation's done for me, what healthy living's done for me, what stopping alcohol has done for me, what stop being lustful has done for me, eating properly, just being a good person, you know, really trying to give and help, and stop being selfish. I think once you get over yourself and over your ego and over all that bullshit, you're just at peace, you know? But God is number one first, man. That gave me so much peace. So, what I call, I'm a soldier of God, I guess you want to call it. So stay tuned. I appreciate it, guys. Let's go get this workout. All right, so we're gonna hit the gym. This is a few supplements that I take here from my clinic. I take enclomiphene. I'm 44 years old, guys. So again, taking and optimizing peptides and hormones, blood work. Take advantage. I mean, there's so many good things out there. Enclomiphene keeps your own testosterone production going. I take tesamorelin. This is a nasal spray, 2 pumps like this. This targets the belly fat. And then I have NAD. I usually do an NAD injection. I'm not gonna take this right now. I usually do this one in the morning. And then I got my testosterone here. I do a testosterone cypionate and propionate mix. So I'll do a shot here because it's Saturday. So I get a nice little workout in. So here's my vial. I get all that at my clinic. We can send that out to you guys as well. So just check that out. So we're about to take this. I'm gonna show you how I make my pre-workout. I use creatine and HMB. So I throw a big scoop of this in there. I try to avoid, actually I'm guilty. I drink fucking Red Bulls when I'm shooting. The sugar-free monk sugar or whatever the hell that's called. I do those ones, but I gotta stop. The gun guys will all drink that shit. But normally I don't try to take pre-workout. I take an organic pre-workout. Still has caffeine in it, but it's a little bit more healthy. It has a lot of the maca root, red beet root, matcha green tea, lion's mane. So it's a little better. I throw glutamine in there, obviously recovery. So I put a big ass scoop of that. And then I'll add the organic pre-workout. Take a scoop of that. Boom. So that's pretty much my routine. Enclomiphene, a pill once a day. Tesamorelin, empty stomach, once a day. NAD, about 3 times a week. NAD is great for energy, cell rejuvenation, regeneration of cells. Uses your stored fat for energy. How your food converts the ATP to energy. That's what NAD will assist with that as well too. So it helps with the energy levels and fat burning. And then my TRT, testosterone replacement. I usually do about half a cc twice a week. And that's it. That's what I do. So we'll mix this up. We're gonna change for the gym. And get a little, Saturdays is usually kind of like a full body kind of fuck around day. Usually I go to the gym about 3 to 4 times a week. I have my split, you know, push pull usually is what I do. And then Saturday I kind of just, it's just a free day. I don't have stress with work or anything like that. Usually if I'm shooting a gun match in the morning, come back, have a good breakfast, take my supplements and just go have a workout, feel good. And then usually I head to church at about 5 p.m. on Saturdays, because Sunday I have another gun match in the morning. So luckily our church here in Vegas, City Light Church, started offering 5 p.m. Saturday services, which has been amazing because I was missing church for a little bit, shooting them Sunday gun matches. And watching it online is not the same thing. You gotta be in church, go to church. So about to change real quick, and then we'll head out to the gym. This is a little Glock 43, good for the gym, concealed small. Put the drawstring in. What this leather strap does is when you're in sport gear, when you don't have a belt, this acts as a belt on sport clothes. So you can wear sport clothes and still carry your gun. So you throw this in like this. Especially not too long ago, we had a shooting here at a gym here locally. So ever since then, I carry in the gym now too. So again, stay ready. Somebody rolls up on you in the gym. Now what's up? You know what I'm saying? Yo, is that bench press taken? Oh, you done benching? Oh, wait, you're not done yet either? Wait, what's going on over here? You know what I'm saying? You done on the machine? What do you mean you're not done? You're not done yet? Oh, yeah, thank you. That's what I thought. No, I'm just joking. All right, let's hit the gym. All right, so we just got to the gym. I have a medical facility inside of Project Wellbeing as well. Very high-end gym, beautiful, great clientele in a safe area. So I don't think I'll need the gun here. So I'm gonna leave this in the truck. Leave my guns at the door, so I'll take them off and on when I'm going in and out. All right, so let's get the workout in. All right, so here we are, Project Wellbeing. This is my home gym. We got cold plunge, red light sauna, mineral soaker, float tank, medical red light beds, and then our company, Modern Wellness Clinic. We have a little medical room in here as well, where we do IVs for our patients. We do blood work for all the gym patients, very high-end blood tests. So usually you'll start your health program here, starting in the medical room actually. So we'll do a DEXA scan, blood test. They do a VO2 test. We do a Dari motion exam as well to see where your joints are. Because sometimes in training, you may not start in the gym. You may start at physical therapy. You may need some medical adjustments first. You may need to start in the sauna or biohacking first, get the body loose and warmed up before you hit the gym. So it's not just throwing you in the gym. We have a little bit more of a structured. So again, how does this relate to shooting? Again, it's all health and wellness. A lot of the movements, we're running, we're shooting. Again, God forbid in an emergency, you need to get away. You need to be fit. If you need to take somebody out, you need to carry some people. I have a firefighter and medic background as well, that I've been in situations where you got to go down high-rise buildings and a lot of people can't even get out of the building. So imagine having to defend yourself, be fit. All this just goes together. So we stress a lot of getting your blood work done, seeing what your body's doing, optimize your body. Again, hormones, peptides, all this good stuff. And then get your workouts in, get your biohacking in. All this again is all connected, right? So that way you can be agile and you can do sports, golf, guns, pickleball is huge, whatever it is you're into. But the whole point is get your body moving, be fit, stay ready, right? So you don't got to get ready, right? We keep saying that. So let's get a little quick workout in. Try to do some little mirror muscles today, maybe some little guns we're gonna hit. This is an amazing sauna. This thing goes up to 200 degrees. What's up, babe? Good to see you, man. Legs, baby. I got your legs too. So again, this gym is very exclusive, but open to anybody. Anybody can come here and train. So it's very private. Everybody's friendly here is what I love. Great gym for networking and talking.
some gyms, you know, you'll see the same person all year and they never say hi to you. Or it's like you say hi to them, it's like you're bothering them. I never get that. Like in a gym, you're here to talk and communicate. And I mean, you say it's like you're going to battle, right? You go to battle like in shooting, you're going to battle here, you're working out. These are different kinds of people. These are communities. You should be able to talk and vibe with them. So gyms where people don't say hi, I never understand. So personally, I like this white grip. I actually fell in one match. It was an AK-47 match. My first one called Wolverine Wednesdays. And I was borrowing a friend's AK-47 because I don't have one yet. And I was shooting and I slipped on bullets and gravel and I fucking fell on the ground, ate shit. But I didn't let go of the gun. So just instinct again, survival for me was like, I'm gonna get killed, right? So I just grabbed the gun and just went back and just kept doing the competition. And later I was wondering why they didn't disqualify me. Usually they disqualify you or they say stop because you fell. And he goes, no bro, he goes, you had full control of the gun. You never let go of your gun. And he goes, that's just a mental, like, it's a good thing to have, but I just didn't let it go. So they let me continue and I had actually a pretty good score considering I fell. But they say normally, yeah, people, if they fall, they let go of their gun, they put their hands down. They're not really thinking survival. So I cut up my hands. I had a cut here. I still got a scar here, a cut up. So all from just dragging on the dirt, but never let go of your weapon. That's the most important thing. Get that weapon and boom, start firing. So it's pretty dope. It's on my Instagram. You'll see me flying.
Wendy, I can fly.
It's actually, we hit the whole body already all week. So that's why I like Saturdays, just touching a little bit of everything because it just activates everything. Just get a nice little pump, get the heart rate going. I'm already breathing. That's it, Saturdays are just fun, you know? Just killed the workout. Real quick arms. Then we'll sit in the sauna for a little bit. Wrap it up, man. Thanks guys for watching. More to come. We're just starting this channel. So like, subscribe, follow. I don't know, what is all that shit? Do all that. And let's do it. Appreciate it, man.